Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Concrete Homestead. I know this lighting is a little bit not so good today, so apologize for that. But please subscribe to the channel and watch our journey establishing a homestead with a concrete home, brand new. So we're pretty excited about that. So we're waiting on our drawings to be approved by the county. If you watched our couple videos back, I explained all that. If you want to go back and watch that. So I'm getting some things done. I'm inside today. It's rained a lot the last few days, a little wet outside, but I'm sitting here doing something, and I was like, well, I need to be videoing that. So today, you're not going to believe what we're doing. It's part of our homesteading. We're making beef jerky, homemade beef jerky, and it is going to be tasty. So I'll turn you around here a little bit and show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I already started the process, so I apologize for getting a late start with you folks, but I'll get you caught up here. This is 100% beef. I recommend getting the round. If you have the available means to go to a actual butcher, ask for the round and tell them you're going to make beef jerky out of it. Another option is sometimes you can go to the grocery store and buy a eye of round, which is even better, but you're getting a little more specialized. That'd be a little more expensive. Eye of round, this makes the best beef jerky. See how there's hardly any fat? There's a little piece, but that's no big deal. There's just a little bit of marbling, and you don't want the fat because that's what can go rancid in your beef jerky. So as little fat as possible. So where I'm at, so I'll show you one. I still have a piece of round. This is just a piece. It's still frozen. So what I did, I'm not going to make this one today. I just got it out of the freezer for demonstration. I took two of these pieces and we'll cut them up today and then season them. So I've already started. There's the first piece. I made 2 bags. I'll put this piece back in the freezer and we'll cut this up. And you want to cut opposite the grain. So I'll take a video of that. All I gotta do is finish this one, and I'll take a video of that and maybe a time lapse, and then we'll get into the seasoning part of it. Okay, so here's your eye of round, or wait, just the round, not the eye of round. This is round. I'm sorry. I'm not a professional butcher. I let this thaw out overnight. So it's still froze in the center. The outside is thawing out. And it makes it perfect to cut. I don't have a meat slicer. If you have one, you can use that. If you have a meat slicer, you're probably a little more experienced than me. And it's froze. It's a little hard. This makes the homemade beef jerky is just... It's just totally awesome. It doesn't have all those whatever they put in those little bags, and it's just so cheap to make compared to boughten. So there's my piece. The grain's going this way. I'm going to cut this way, and I'll show you. So see how that kind of stretches? We went against the grain. And it's froze a little bit. And I'm sorry if the table's shaking. Oh, there. Whoops. But anyways, when you go ahead and bite on it, and it chews a lot better if you can go against the grain. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes it's hard to actually find the grain too, sometimes. But this here was pretty easy. And then I just cut it in try to get 1/8 to 1/4 inch strips, 1/8 inch. Uniform is good, but with a non-processed piece of meat, sometimes you can't get uniform, and that's totally fine. As you get into this, you'll you'll get your own technique down. But wow, letting that chunk of meat out overnight, that was perfect for hand slicing. So I get down to the end here is where it gets a little difficult. You just don't want to end up with a, and I can't get my fingers on it to slice it that way, so I'm just going to make some little straw, like, that's not what you call it probably, but little long skinny, so they dry out in the dehydrator the same is what our goal is, so they're all done at the same time. So yeah, there you can see the grain. So we're going to go opposite of the grain. So you just cut it up, and I will put you on time lapse and finish this cutting, and then I'm going to put it in a bag. It's a little more bloody than I like. I think I'm going to let it sit in the fridge a couple hours to finish kind of draining that blood out of it, and then start the seasoning process. So let me turn you on time lapse here and finish this process up. Okay, we ended up with 4 bags. That was 2 hunks of meat, similar to the frozen one I showed you. And oh yeah, I'm going to let this drain in the fridge. These are going in the fridge now. Let them drain in the fridge. I don't know. When I come back with the seasoning, I'll let you know how long I left them in there. It wouldn't even hurt if I left them in there 24 hours maybe. If I get busy here, I'll just continue this tomorrow morning. But I'll let you know. Okay, it's the next day. We're at a different location. Here's our 4 bags of round beef meat. So we cut it up yesterday. It's been in the fridge for about 24 hours, and it drained out quite a bit of blood here. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to do something, I don't know if I'm breaking the rules on making beef jerky or what, but I'm going to rinse it in the colander real quick. So we came home, we don't have this at the shop, at the store. We don't have a nice sink. So I'm going to rinse it all, put it on time lapse, and then we'll make up the marinade. Okay, our marinade on this one, we're making what we call candy jerky. So I did the math. We got 17 pounds of meat. So for the marinade, we're going to use a half a gallon of local maple syrup. There's 2 quarts. That's a half a gallon. And 3 10-ounce bottles of organic soy sauce. So that's all it is for the marinade. I'm going to put it in this bowl and let it marinate together for a little bit while I'm cleaning the meat off. Okay, got the meat rinsed off. In here is 1 quart maple syrup and 15 ounces of organic soy sauce, and I mixed that up. that'll do 2 bags. I've already done this bag. Ooh, that's almost leaking. And that one, about spilled it. Okay, those 2 bags have the marinade in them. I just got to dump the marinade in these 2, and then we'll put that in the fridge for 24 hours, and that's it. It's a real simple marinade, and I'll post the recipe here maybe at the end of the video. But that's all we do today. Yesterday we cut it up. Today we clean the meat off and marinate it for 24 hours, so tomorrow we can do the next step. So that's the end of today. Thanks.